Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Blow Daz.
What's Aidan?
Here we are, Sports Edition. Sports is for you. Give us a like and subscribe. You know what to do. Caitlin Clark playing in the All-Star, the WNBA All-Star against Team USA.
Right. For
the ladies' team going to the Olympics. So
she's not in it.
She's not in the team, correct. And Cheryl Reeve, who's the coach, kind of says that she doesn't regret not having her in it. There was talks of her getting a call up because someone was injured. Which I thought she might just say, nah, busy. Going on holiday now. Yeah. So I don't know what happened there. But should we get this? Cheryl Reeve underestimated Caitlin Clark and became a joke at this WNBA All-Star game. Let's get into it.
Yeah. Thinking about a bomb, the hesitation, the take, the lead. Reese delay.
Angel Reese as well.
Reese,
from the All-Star.
what you've been waiting for.
What happened at the WNBA All-Star Game was definitely a hot topic. Cheryl Reeve said before the game that she had no doubts about Caitlin being left out of the Olympic team.
Is there any second guessing here about not having Clark on the Olympic team?
From me? No.
Coach, thank you.
You're welcome.
Seen bits of that, didn't it?
Well, it looks like karma came knocking hard. Just imagine, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, the sensational rookies, teamed up and put on a show against the Olympic team. Clark broke assist records, Reese dominated the rebounds, and guess what? Team WNBA beat Team USA. The team Cheryl Reeve said didn't need Clark ended up being defeated by her. But wait, there's more. During the game, there was a moment that left everyone in shock. Make sure to subscribe to the channel because there's a lot happening, and I'm going to tell you all about it. First, let's rewind a bit. Before the All-Star Game, Cheryl Reeve, the coach of Team USA, dropped a bomb about Caitlin. When asked if she had any doubts about not picking Clark for the Olympic team, she simply replied, no. But it wasn't just what she said, it was how she said it, with that mocking tone, you know? Like, Clark wasn't a big deal, but those of us who follow Clark know how incredible she is. And look at the irony. Right after that statement, Reeve had to eat her words. Team WNBA, with Caitlin and Angel Reese, not only played well, but beat Team USA. The team Reeve assembled, full of stars like Aja Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, and Brianna Stewart, lost to the rookies she underestimated. And Clark, well, she might not have had her best shooting night, but she showed why she's considered the best passer in WNBA history. She broke the record with 10 assists in an All-Star game. That's pure Caitlin Clark, folks. Even when the shots aren't falling, she finds a way to impact the game, but it doesn't stop there. Let's talk a bit more about what happened in this historic All-Star game. Caitlin Clark wasn't alone in making history. Angel Reese also made her mark. She became the first rookie to get a double-double in a WNBA All-Star game. Reese dominated the paint, grabbing 11 rebounds and scoring 12 points. And you know what was even more amazing? Seeing Clark and Reese playing together. In this game, they became teammates for a day, and it was fantastic. There was even this play where Clark made a sensational pass to Reese, who finished with a basket. It was like they had been playing together forever. Reese even commented on playing with Caitlin after the game.
Future, we're going to be playing with each other a lot. Hopefully in 4 years we can be Olympians together. So.
This shows the mutual respect between these two rising stars. All of this proves what we already knew. These rookies are here to shake up the league. And Caitlin, even on a night when her...
I think Clark's really sort of like drawn a lot of attention to the league, haven't they? Hasn't she?
Yeah.
So like she's brought in a lot. So was Angel Reese in a way, but not as much as Caitlin Clark, I don't think, because the WNBA over here, for example, we don't really see much of it at all. But since Caitlin Clark,
couldn't name you one player.
No,
probably two right now, to be honest.
I agree. But now Caitlin Clark's in, you kind of know a little bit more about it. It's elevated the sport on quite a lot. It's dragged it up a lot, sort of thing. So
yeah, but they're still the only two names I know.
You'll know Brittany Griner as well.
Yeah, she's a tall one, eh?
Yeah.
Shots weren't falling as she would have liked, showed why she's considered one of the best point guards in the league. Her ability to read the game and make precise passes is simply out of this world. But it's not over yet. There was something strange about Cheryl Reeve's attitude. It seemed like she had given specific instructions for Team USA to guard Caitlin Clark as if it were a playoff game. In an all-star game, people. This is something you rarely see in this type of event. Check out this play. Notice Kelsey Plum's defense on Clark. She's literally glued to her, putting on full court pressure. This is the kind of thing we see in decisive games, not in an exhibition match. Was Cheryl so determined to stop Clark after that controversial pre-game interview? Despite all this pressure, our girl Caitlin managed to stand out. She may not have scored a lot, but those 10 assists show how she can impact the game even when heavily guarded. The most incredible thing is that this strategy from Reeve ended up backfiring. While Team USA was so focused on stopping Clark, other players like Arike Ogunbowale had more freedom and ended up deciding the game. It's like Reeve was so obsessed with proving she was right about Clark that she forgot to look at the bigger picture. Cheryl Reeve's behavior drew a lot of criticism. Many people thought she was taking things too far, especially considering it was a celebration of women's basketball. And you can probably guess what happened after this game, right? Social media exploded. Everyone is questioning Cheryl Reeve's choices for the Olympic team. The burning question is, how could Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese be left out of the team going to Paris? Fans are outraged, and rightfully so. Some are even suggesting we should send the entire WNBA team to the Olympics. And honestly, after what we saw at the All-Star game, it's easy to understand why. The most incredible part is that these girls not only won, but did so against a team full of stars. This raises an important question. Does the Olympic team really represent the best we have in American women's basketball? What this game showed is that the new generation of the WNBA, led by Clark and Reese, is more than ready to take the spotlight. They're not just playing at a high level, they're also bringing more attention and excitement to women's basketball. And that's why we need to talk about the future, especially Caitlin Clark's future. After this All-Star game, she'll have a bit of a break. About 3 weeks until the Fever's next game, scheduled for August 16th. And knowing Clark as we do, we know she won't just sit around, right? I bet she'll use this time to train even more, especially her three-point shooting. We know she didn't have her best shooting night during the All-Star, but that must have made her even more determined to improve. Imagine Clark coming back for the second half of the season hitting even more threes. Opponents better watch out, and it's not just that. Clark's stats after being excluded from the Olympic team are impressive. Before, she was averaging 6.3 assists, 5.3 rebounds, and 38% shooting. After, she jumped to 9.6 assists, 6.3 rebounds, and 47% shooting. It seems like the exclusion only served as extra motivation for her. Speaking of the Fever, the team just needs to align a few things to really take off. Many people are talking about Coach Christy Side's situation. Fans are calling for a change, saying the first half of the season was confusing under her command. Will the Fever risk changing coaches mid-season? Imagine if the Fever hired someone like Cheryl Miller, who coached the WNBA team at the All-Star. She's already built a connection with Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell. It could be a huge turnaround for the team. As for the Olympic team, one thing is certain. The pressure is enormous for the Olympics, especially for Cheryl Reeve. After this defeat at the All-Star and all the controversy around the Olympic team selections, they will have a lot to prove in Paris. Meanwhile, our Caitlin will be preparing to shine in the playoffs. If I know her well, and I think I do, she will use this Olympic exclusion as fuel. I wouldn't be surprised if she starts scoring 30 points per game in the second half of the season.
Bit of a Caitlin Clark promo video now, I think. Going in. But I think the girl's attitude, Reeve, she just comes across as like that little bit of arrogance there, like, no.
Yeah, she's seen the character I wouldn't really like, to be honest.
Because the other side of it is they're probably going to win the gold medal anyway. I think, was it when we seen the stats, was it that they won every gold since something like 92?
Oh, really?
Something like that. But did we see it not long ago? It was something like that, I can't remember.
I've seen that.
But they've got like a crazy record in the Olympics with gold medals. But they're probably going to win it anyway, you know. So she's going to come away as a winner and go, still won the gold. What do you want? She's not ready. I proved it. I won the gold. You know, but you've got to take people out for experience as well. You don't need to be taking. He's one of the girls like quite old in the team.
I'm not sure.
Remember we did a video. We did a video on it, and I'm pretty sure one of the girls was like well into her 40s, I think.
Really?
Yeah. I can't remember her name, but I think she was well into her 40s from what I remember from the video. You have to let us know. And I think people have had their time. Let the young ones come through and go. Even if it's just experience, even if you're not going to play, take it for that experience. And do the world of good for the sport. And the sport really needs that boost as well. And she's give it.
Yeah. She's
really give that boost. So to sort of like leave her out of like a massive international
I
tournament.
wonder why though. I wonder why she's left her out. Because you said, like you said before, so like she felt like she was holding some sort of grudge. When she
it looks a bit of a grudge, doesn't it? It looks a bit bitter, a bit sour. But I think at the end of the day, she might think she's too big for the game, and she'll distract other things away from what the other players are, or the other players have all come together. It sounded like there was a bit of a click, if I remember last time when we watched that video on the Olympic team, the women's Olympic team. But we'll see. You know, she'll be there or thereabouts for the future. She's going to be a big name in the
100%.
game, without a doubt.
It'd be funny if she does get called up now. She says no.
Yeah.
Nah.
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.